competition for both the Cats and the Devils, but only one gets to take this rivalry hardware home. It's time to find out if we'll bear down or forks up. Welcome, everyone, to the home of the Arizona State Sun Devils, Mountain America Stadium in Tempe. As we'll see a squad from the Big 12, the Arizona Wildcats, taking on another team from the Big 12 in an intra-conference matchup, the Arizona State Sun Devils. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. Arizona will kick off to get things underway. And he takes this from inside the 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The Sun Devils offense will go to work first. Guys, Arizona State just took the Territorial Cup and just beat Arizona about the head and shoulders with it. 35-0 at halftime last year. And you've got to think that Arizona has spent every day since plotting their revenge.
I mean, you talk about like frying pan to the head, 640-plus yards of offense a year ago. Like, it was embarrassing. Arizona State did what they want, how they wanted, when they wanted, running, throwing, whatever it was. Arizona has a lot to be embarrassed about, and I'm looking forward to this football game.
Yeah, we had a chance to see all the playmakers for Arizona State, too, in that game a year ago, right? It was Levitt at quarterback, Scadaboo at running back doing his thing. The only piece of bad news for Arizona State in that game was they lost their best wide receiver, Jordan Tyson, to injury. He wouldn't play in the Big 12 title game or in the playoff. But this is an Arizona State team that is still loaded offensively, and they're looking to light up the scoreboard.
Second down coming up. Caught near the sticks. It's Anderson. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the first down. The Sun Devils surpassed all expectations last year. Kenny Dillingham in his second year winning the league with the team that was picked to finish last, guys.
And in the playoffs, more than represented themselves well. They had the bye, but they fought Texas tooth and nail. Could have won that football game. And Jesse, a superstar at the quarterback position.
They got a really good one coming back. No Cam Scadaboo this year, though, so they're going to have to find ways to be able to run the football effectively. That was a big part of their success a year ago.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. To the air, it's Sims. Moves around to clear up the vision. Good little pickup there as he saw some daylight and got what he could.
Welcome to the frustrating reality of college football. Like, the guy at the quarterback spot, he can just do that. Pull it down, get positive yards, makes the defense have to account for him every single play.
The Sun Devils come to the ball trying to pick up this 3rd and short. Quick pass to the left, trying to get it to the marker. Putting together a real scoring threat here as they pick up the first down at the 36. I was starting to think about what they would do if they didn't pick up the first down here, but I guess that's a moot point now.
Moot point for sure, and the head coach was probably telling them 4-down territory, we're going to kick a field goal, whatever the next decision was going to be, and now the OC's like, don't worry about it. New set of downs, nice execution by this offense.
They stop him just short of the first down, but it will be 2nd and inches coming up.
Man, that quarterback knew that was a tiny window to throw into, and he just showed off his cannon of an arm.
And the Sun Devils have their whole playbook open here on 2nd and inches. They want to run it left here. Drag down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down. The first time the Sun Devils and the Wildcats met, Arizona wasn't even a state yet. It was 1899.
Reese Davis, a college football aficionado, and a history buff, too. Great history between these two schools, David.
Yeah, and it goes back obviously that long. So many classes, so much hatred. It's beautiful when rivalries really matter, and it matters prayers to the people in Arizona.
Well, that one falls incomplete, but this guy has been locked in. He's 5 for 6 on the opening drive of the game, and the coaching staff felt like he had a great week of preparation coming into this one. I think they were expecting him to have this hot start.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Back to throw, it's Sims. There's the pressure. Under heat, and he gets rid of it. Good job to avoid the negative play and just get rid of that thing.
All right, you got to be careful here if you're the quarterback, right? Back-to-back incompletions. You've had a nice drive. You're still in field goal range, though. Think about this. You cannot take a sack. That has got to be what the play caller is reminding his quarterback about in the headsets right now. If it's not there, throw this thing away because we've got a chance to at least get 3 points here.
Quarterback on the move, still looking. Great job by this savvy senior to know when he just needs to move the sticks with his feet.
These QBs that can scramble and buy time, you just got to have a lot of energy. I mean, you got to keep chasing, keep chasing. Sometimes you run upfield, you got to retrace your steps. QB won that battle, but now you got another chance, first and goal. Get your mind right. Let's hold them to a field goal.
They'll use the running game on first and goal. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Great job of contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. Safe little shovel pass. And that one did not work.
That's a great example of the defense there tackling the catch. As soon as the big fella caught the ball, down he went, not picking up the first.
As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Looking for the touchdown on third and goal. Touchdown, Sun Devils! They put the first points on the board.
What a nice job by the offense. First drive of the game, they matriculate it down the field, put themselves in a goal-to-go situation on third down. It's not going to be easy throwing it, but they win the matchup, accurate throw, and they get paid.
That's the end of the quarter, and Arizona State has the lead. And we've come to the end of the first as we take a moment to check out the stats so far. They are lined up and ready to go and get things started here in the second. Stadium buzzing, kickoff team on the field, and we are ready to get this thing started. On the run from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. The Wildcats offense will try to get something going with their first possession. And they're going to have to contend with a secondary that is one of the best in the nation, Jesse.
And they're a complete secondary, too. When you watch them on film, they're very good defending the pass and coverage, and they can play man and zone. But I like them, David, because they're not afraid to put their face in the fan. Everybody in the back end likes to tackle and likes to be physical. That's what makes them special.
Yeah, and it's just an elite group in the back end. Multiple guys that win their individual matchups, which makes it hard to run offense. And this is a group that, yes, they tackle well, they see the football well, they break on it well. You better worry about the ground game. You better get some kind of deception going against this secondary.
Got the back over the middle. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
This defense is going to have to be careful. Not only do they have to worry about this guy running the football, but they've got to keep their eye on him when he runs routes, too. He is a versatile back.
Now facing a third and long. Wants to throw. It's Fafita. Looking deep down the right side. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Going the other way, and he's got room. They finally make the stop, and not only the huge turnover, but the big return has them set up in business.
Man, these defenders practice this all week long. It's locating the football with your eyes. Great job being in position, but also, how about getting your head around and locating the ball in the air so you can go up, pick it off with a big foot.
Arizona State is going back on offense, and they come out looking for a spark. That last touchdown drive was surgical through the air, Jesse.
It sure was, and that's why this offense is so dangerous, David, because they can score in a hurry because of how efficient they are throwing the football.
And welcome to modern college football. That's what it is. Spread you out, find my playmakers, make quick decisions, and really put defenses in a difficult situation.
Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Looking to fire. Got it in the middle, it's Moss. That completion gets them inside the 10, and the defense is running out of room to defend.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. Third down, they can pick up the first without scoring. Not a lot of room there. He'll pick up a few before he's forced out of bounds.
And usually when a QB takes off and scrambles, it's because the defense didn't do a great job keeping lane integrity, not keeping him in the pocket, letting him get outside, and then he can do damage. Then it's the next play that you have to play instead of this just the original pass. So defense has got to do a better job of keeping that guy in the pocket.
They'll keep it on the ground for first and goal. And he'll get this one back to the line of scrimmage, but no farther than that.
And you want to sneak those draws in there when the defensive line gets over-aggressive and runs upfield. Jesse, they didn't do it on that play.
No, nice job staying in their gaps. Offense was in shotgun. The offensive line was pass setting. They were trying to fool them, but they couldn't get it done.
Looking to throw, it's Sims. Lets it fly. Trying to find the end zone. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short game there.
Nice job by the defense forcing the third and goal. You can't allow any run after catch in these situations. Play aggressive, play tight, and play physical.
They'd love to make this short field pay off with a touchdown instead of settling for 3, but it is sneaks it in.
This is like having an extra running back in your backfield. This quarterback is magic. When he decides to keep the football, he can make people look absolutely silly. He shows you on that play.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point makes it 14-0. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. It was finished off with the quarterback sneak. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll take the return and try to improve the field position. And good work by the coverage team to get the return man down on the ground. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Rides the back on the option, the give. That hole closed quickly, a pickup of 1 to the 15.
It's definitely too early to panic, but there's some bad feelings going on for this offense right now. You're way down on the scoreboard. I know we're still in the first half, but after that last play, it's pretty obvious. You can't run the ball. You're becoming a one-dimensional offense at a time when you need to be able to score some points. So either get it done through the air or you've got to be more physical up front.
To throw, it's Fafita. Throws to the wideout. Grabbed over the middle, it's Hunter. To the 43-yard line, and a first down for this offense.
Yeah, and the quarterback knew exactly where he wanted to go with the football, had time, spins the ball deep. Nice job by this offense, understanding what the defense is giving them and creating the explosive play.
Offense lines up for a 1st and 10 from the 43. Wants to go up top on first down. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. Second down coming.
Well, it's a great job by the back end of the defense that time, making up for what the front end of the defense couldn't do. The quarterback had all day to throw that ball, but it was the hit in coverage that forces the incompletion.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Wants to go up top. Got it in the middle, it's Hunter. He snagged it, but he'll be stopped short of the first down. Good, solid pickup
It's got to be in a good location. Quarterback and receiver on the same page there.
The Wildcats are at the line trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. They'll try to get it through the air. Caught close to the marker. It's Hudson. He makes a little bit of headway and is pushed out of bounds at the 43. And on that 3rd and short, I don't think he was unhappy to see that zone.
Nope, it's a great job by the offense. Hey, see where the holes in the zone are? Sit down. You only need a little bit of yards on this 3rd down. Get the conversion. Move the sticks.
Wants to throw it. Looking to the big tight end. He's got an open man. And he cruises his way to the house. Touchdown, Arizona.
And I tell you what, that passing touchdown, man, that should spark this whole team. Like, the comeback is more than on now. Like, they got the touchdown. They cut into the lead. You want to get a stop and go into the half, get all the juices, all the excitement, and be like, listen, the passing game's rolling. We got this. The comeback's in full effect.
Getting set for the point after. And with the extra point, every little bit counts as they get closer. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And they closed the deal from 43 yards out with a touchdown pass. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. This drive will start from the 19-yard line. Back to pass, it's Sims. That's caught, it's Tyson. The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call. The Sun Devils in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Looking to go up top and times running out in the half. And the throw out to the sideline, good for just a few yards.
And that's a first down.
With the first down, they'll put it in play from the 33. Looking downfield on first down. I don't think that's the way they drew it up. Incomplete. Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. After the incompletion, they go back up top. That's caught, it's Brown. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup.
I think that shows you the experience of the quarterback there. His primary target wasn't open, so he didn't panic. Even though he was getting hit, he was still able to find his check down and find some positive yards.
It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires a bullet, now it's picked off.
Boy, and that might be the break this defense needed right before the half. You're down. You need to make a play. They can't score any more points. This one could get out of hand. Now you have set your offense up right before the half to maybe close this gap.
Inside 30 seconds to play in the half. We'll see how aggressive they are on this drive. To the air, it's Fafita. Finds his man, it's Hudson. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break.
Well, it's a nice job by the defender. They're closing the gap with the wide receiver. They're going to complete the hitch pass, but he's able to run right up on him, get him to the ground for a minimal gain.
2nd down, they'll go to the air. Out of the backfield, he's open. All the way down to the 25-yard line, they move the sticks. It's 1st down. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Caught over the middle. It's Hudson. They'll use a timeout right before halftime, maybe time for one or two more plays. It's wise not to be too greedy, and they'll go ahead and send out the field goal unit. Field goal is good. That'll bring him to within 4.
And that's not the way they wanted to end the drive, but nice job being ready and your field goal kicker coming through and putting 3 points on the board.
So they get the late field goal right before the half, and not much time after this kickoff for an answer. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. And holding on to a first-half lead, this offense will play it safe, take a knee, and head to the locker room. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Guys, all the tradition, all of the bad blood between these programs, it's all kind of come to a boil today in a spirited first half in the fight for the Territorial Cup. And a lot of coaches will say limiting the big plays and maybe hitting on a few yourself is key. But I'm more of a move the chains guy. Give me efficiency every day of the week and twice on Saturday. The offensive unit that subscribes to the less is more philosophy might be the one that leaves here today with a big fat W. With that, let's throw it back to the guys to see how the battle between Arizona and Arizona State plays out.
Just into the end zone, and he'll bring it out. He's brought down to the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. Arizona sending the offense onto the field. They got a lot done through the air in the first half, and they might need even more production here in the second.
I think they will, Reese, and I think this is an offense that has proven they're playing with good timing right now. They've got some matchups where they're winning one-on-one, and they're just going to have to keep going back to the well, David, relying on hitting some explosive plays to win this game.
Yeah, and I think we look at numbers naturally, and they're losing. So that's the most important thing on the scoreboard, but they have had success. And so what do? You keep playing pitch and catch. You got to score, but you got to talk to your defense. I need some stops. I need the football back quickly so we can do some more damage.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down, and they got to keep that up here in the second half.
Looking to throw, it's Fafita. Fires to the wideout. Working that left side. He found plenty of room, and he gets it to the 39-yard line. Third down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
Yeah, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmys and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide and I know I trust you, I'm finding you.
Off the play fake on first down to throw. Shoots it to the left. It's complete. Knocked out of bounds. They're in the red zone. Mark it at the 17, and they are set up. Arizona has the offense humming, set up with another first down. They'll throw it from the red zone. Got his man downfield. He stopped just a chain link or two away from the first down and sets them up beautifully here.
Well, they're running the curl route against zone coverage, so the quarterback knows he's going to have to put that one on his receiver. You saw the velocity and the arm talent this guy has. That was a missile.
Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona! And that one will put them up here in the second half. Precision blocking up front created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point puts them up by a field goal. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And it was capped off with the 8-yard run. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll start the return inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Arizona State has the ball back, and the offense making its way onto the field. And the defense stops him just short of the first down. Maybe needed a few more chain links to move the sticks.
Tell you what, that read game really slows you down defensively, kind of makes you play responsibility football. And when you get chunks like that on first down as an offense, I would continue to come back to it.
And the Sun Devils have a lot of options on 2nd and inches. That's reeled in. It's McClain. They'll move the chains after he gets it to the 43-yard line.
When you run the football and then throw in the play action, it's such a tricky thing for the defense. Do I play run? Do I come up fast? It opens those holes right behind the linebackers and between the safeties to make the passing game just a little bit easier.
Coming out on first down with the play fake. Finds the tight end.
Well, it's a nice job, too, of the quarterback after the play fake there, getting his eyes down the field. He had to get that to his tight end quickly, knowing he wasn't going to have a lot of space to run with after the catch.
The Sun Devils with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Find some fresh air. Brought down at the 39 after a pickup of 10. It'll be a first down. And the Sun Devils come to the line with a fresh set of downs. They'll go to the ground. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe. 2nd and 7.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. They'll run play action. Pulls it in. It's Tyson. Finds a crease at the 20. A huge chunk play as he gets it all the way down to the 11.
You got to give the O-line a lot of credit there because it gave the receiver time to work all the way across the field on the drag route against zone coverage. Quarterback gets it to him. He's able to turn it up and get a first down.
The Sun Devils started this drive backed up in their own end, and now they've moved into position to score. Back to throw, it's Sims. He makes a grab. Crisp execution in the passing game, and they've got it down to the 3. Big catches, big plays, tons of yards through 3 quarters for these two guys. Not only is the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the 4th. So the final period starts with a 2nd down play. The give to the tailback. Touchdown, Arizona State! They've got the lead here in the 4th.
Man, I love this offense, being able to run the football late in the game when it matters and punch it in for the touchdown, and more importantly, take the lead.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. And the extra point is good, and every point counts. It's now a 4-point lead in the 4th. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them.
Sets a kickoff.
On the move from inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Arizona has it back, the offense coming out to bear down. Under fire. And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10. Not sure exactly what led to that, whether the protection wasn't right or the quarterback just didn't see it, but the result was a negative play and a sack.
But one thing I do know is that quarterback had no chance to get that ball downfield. That pocket was breaking down, and it was breaking down quickly. There were just too many bodies in that backfield for the QB to make anything happen.
The Wildcats with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Back to pass, it's Fafita. Quickly complete. He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short.
A nice job by the QB there, timing out that drag throw. It's zone coverage, so he's got to make sure he gets it to his receiver in a window to allow him to catch the ball and then turn it upfield.
And the Wildcats are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. Gives it on the option. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
Basic run plays. I don't need a bunch of complicated stuff sometimes. I just need to get the first down and get the sticks moving.
And they'll line up from the 31 on 1st down. Looking to throw on 1st down. And the rush will get to him at the 25.
And protecting their quarterback is job number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, as many as you want to put it up. They got to make sure they take care of him so he can make those plays. Defense wins this rep. They win up front, get to the quarterback, and get the sack.
And the Wildcats have put themselves in dire straits after that last play at 2nd and a mile. From the gun, the ground game. And the defense drags him down.
Well, the defense wasn't expecting that. They had a lot of guys back in the coverage. That was 2nd and a lot of yards to go, and they got caught off guard. Not enough guys in the box to control that running back.
The Wildcats line up trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. Now the play fake. Here comes the heat. Pressure is on the way, and the pressure has arrived, and down he goes at the 30.
The defense just simply not fooled by the play action. Oftentimes in offense, you're hoping the run fake's going to slow down those pass rushers, but man, oh man, they had their ears pinned back.
Down a possession here in the 4th, and they'll need to convert on this 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Incomplete on 4th down, and man, did they need to keep that drive alive. This game is so close to being salted away if the offense can just run. Oh, he's got some space. He's there to make the stop, but not before he sets up this offense 1st and goal from the 7. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. And the Sun Devils have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. Use the play fake, now to throw. Caught in the backfield, it's Brown. Touchdown, Sun Devils! Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board.
I like the aggressive play calling by the offensive coordinator on that drive as well. There are a lot of coaches that would have played it very conservative, very close to the vest, run the ball, and punt it away, count on your defense, not this guy. He was going to take some shots, count on his own guys to get it done, and now with that touchdown late, they've got a 2-possession lead.
On to attempt the try.
Kicker on for the extra point.
And the extra point is up and good, and they have an 11-point 4th quarter lead. They got the ball in great field position, and bam, bam, 2 plays and into the end zone. make sure this kickoff team covers properly to pay off that last scoring drive. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. And the returner is stopped. Arizona sending the offense onto the field. What a turn that last drive was. Didn't pick up the 4th down, and it led to the scoring drive, David.
Yeah, and those are frustrating because you think you might get points and then your defense gives up points. This has got to be a complementary football type deal. The offense now needs to provide a little spark and give this defense some hope.
No doubt, David. They got to turn the page, and they've got to play with a little bit more urgency here, knowing they've got to get that one back and put a good drive together.
Dropping back, it's Fafita. Snagged out of the air.
Now, I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his toolbox.
The Wildcats can really attack on this 2nd and short. Back to pass. Grab near the marker, it's Hunter. He'll get it out to the 43-yard line. That's where they mark him out of bounds, and this offense is starting to do a little work.
Well, this offense has a ton of work left ahead of them here in this 2-minute situation late in the game, but the drive off to a good start. You get the 1st down, you get out of bounds, you're working the perimeter of the field. That is exactly what you want to do.
Wants to throw again. Catch in the middle, it's Hunter. Nice gain on that play, but a little bit short of the 1st down.
Man, it's so important when you play QB. I got to know when to put some air on it, and I got to know when to rocket that thing in there. Work in the middle of the field. He knew he needed the rocket. Threw it in there. Great job, great catch.
And the Wildcats with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. Grabbed in the middle, it's Hunter. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play, trying to preserve every minute possible. I don't think the pressure's going to get to these guys. This is when it's fun. Late in the game, down 1 score, gotta have it right now. With the catch, it's Hunter. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground covered to pick up the 1st.
I love the anticipation on that throw by the QB on the out route. You got to throw it before the receiver comes out of his break. Nice work.
And the Wildcats can play this 2nd down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. To the air, it's Fafita. Spits it out to the back. He's got it. Offense takes a timeout, 27 seconds left.
I like the running back there on the route and the patience he showed, really setting it up. He got to the defender, he was able to put his foot in the ground, get some separation, catch it, and turn upfield for the 1st.
The throw to the outside is complete. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line.
Nice job there. Good timing between the QB and the wide receiver executing that out route.
Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. Likely a lost cause, but they'll throw it again. And he's got it. Late touchdown here, but it would take a miracle of Lazarus-like proportions to come back now.
And that sure feels like too little, too late. This offense, they needed to score and execute faster, but there's not enough time to me, man. This feels like this one's over.
Trying to slam in. He gets it in for the 2-point conversion, and now they trail by only 3.
And after that 2-point try, we've got a 3-point game. And how about the pressure on the kicker now? You've got to come out with seconds to go, execute a perfect onside kick, and then in all likelihood, you're going to have to kick a bomb through the uprights with tons of pressure to force this thing to OT.